Hello everyone and welcome to a new lesson with Miss Rafa. Today we're going to study the progress test 2. So open your activity book on page 38 and let's practice together. Question 1. Complete the article below with words from this list. Use each word only once. Be, because, been, for, from, if, is, of, on, this, to. Let's see. Greenhouse gases, good or bad? We usually think that greenhouse gases are harmful, but without these gases, the climate of the Earth would be like the climate of Mars. Too cold for human beings to survive. Too cold معناها بارد جدا بشكل سلبي. Greenhouse gases, which include carbon dioxide and methane, keep the heat of the sun in and prevent our planet. دايما بنقول prevent our planet from freezing. However, for the last 200 years, قبل المدة راح أحط for, people have, لاحظوا إنه عندي الفعل have فراغ والفعل using مع ing. إذن هون بيلزمني been. People been using enormous quantities of fossil fuels like coal, gas, and oil. When these fuels are burnt, they produce large amounts of carbon dioxide, and this keeps more of the sun's heat in. هون this بمعنى هذا، يعني الشيء اللي حكينا عنه هلأ. The result is that the temperature of the earth, هذا كله الفاعل، بعد الفاعل بيجي فعل, is rising year by year. This is leading to more extreme weather, high winds and heavy rain, which produces storms and floods. The problem is made worse by the fact that we are destroying the world's rainforests. Trees naturally consume carbon dioxide, but because there are fewer trees, more carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. عم نربط هون بين نتيجة وسبب. Because دايما لما بيجي بعد كلمة because اسم فبنستخدم حرف الجر of. Because of the increase in the Earth's temperature, the ice at the North and South poles is melting, and this is causing sea levels to rise. Eventually, many areas of land which are now on the coast will, بعد will لازم يجي فعل بحالة المصدر, be flooded. leading scientists are warning that في عنا هون شرط if the authorities don't introduce new laws to reduce greenhouse gas increases now, the results could be disastrous for life on Earth. Question 2. Read the article again. Are these statements true or false? Without greenhouse gases, human beings couldn't live on Earth. True. Human beings have been using fossil fuels for more than 200 years. True. The temperature of the Earth is increasing because the sun is getting hotter. False. It is because more of the sun's heat is being kept in by greenhouse gases. Flooding is an example of extreme weather. False. Flooding is the result of extreme weather. Trees and forests produce greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. False. Trees and forests consume carbon dioxide. Sea levels will rise if the ice at the poles melts. True. Scientists want every individual on Earth to take immediate action. False. Scientists want authorities to take immediate action. Question 3. What is a greenhouse? Explain why greenhouse gases have been given this name. We can say a greenhouse is a structure with walls and roof made chiefly of transparent material such as glass, in which plants requiring regulated climatic conditions are grown. While a greenhouse gas is called that because it absorbs infrared radiation from the sun in the form of heat, which is circulated in the atmosphere and eventually lost to space. Now let's move on to grammar and vocabulary. Question 1. Complete sentences A to G with one of these words or phrases. You will need to use some of them twice. We're going to use because, in order to, so that, in order not to. In the future, sea levels will rise because the polar ice is melting. People are cutting down forests in order to have more land for growing food. Many people recycle their rubbish in order not to use up the world's resources. Scientists are trying to produce new fuels so that people can continue to use their cars without damaging the environment. Some people are moving out of their homes on the coast in order to escape future floods. We should stop burning coal and oil in order not to cause more global warming. Scientists are worried about climate change because it is a threat to life on Earth. Question 2. Choose the correct modal verb in these conversations. A. Did you speak to Mahmoud this morning? He said he was going to phone you. He can't have phoned me this morning. I was at home and I would have heard the telephone. إذا هي عم تقول كنت رح اسمعه لو رن، إذا هو أكيد ما رن. B. When are you next in town? I may be coming next month. If I do, I'll let you know. لاحظوا كلمة if في شرط، معناها مو أكيد إني رح أجي، ولكن إذا جيت رح أخبرك. C. I've looked everywhere for the letter I wrote to my uncle. Don't worry, if it's not here, you must have posted it. طالما ما لقيتها معناها هي أكيد أرسلتها. D. You must be exhausted. You've been working very hard recently. طالما هي كانت عم تشتغل بجد الفترة الماضية، إذن هي لازم تكون مرهقة. Must be. I'm all right, thanks. E. I've tried to contact Alia, but she isn't at home. You never know, she might have forgotten the meeting. إذا طالما ما عم تقدر توصل لها معناها هي ممكن تكون نسيت. Question 3. Complete these sentences about the city of Damascus using the active or passive forms of the verbs in brackets. Verbs may be present or past. Damascus. تقع دمشق، دائما بنستخدم مع مبني للمجهول بالحاضر. Is located in the southwest of Syria, near the anti-Lebanon mountains. The city has a long history and عنا الدلالة by many peoples، معناها جملة مبنية للمجهول. وطالما عم نحكي عن التاريخ معناها رح نستخدم ماضي مبني للمجهول. Was occupied by many peoples before becoming the Syrian capital. عم نحكي عن حدث ماضي، انتبهوا لكلمة before. Damascus is a popular tourist destination. Many thousands of people. نذكر الفاعل إذا رح تكون جملة عادية. Visit the city to see historical monuments from different periods of history. لاحظوا إنه قلنا Damascus is إذا الجملة بالحاضر البسيط. The famous Hijaz train station transports passengers to Amman, Jordan. نذكر الفاعل إذا عنا جملة عادية. عم نحكي هون عن وضع دائم. A huge variety of items is sold in the souks of Damascus, including fabrics, metal goods and jewelry. عنا جملة عادية عم تحكي عن وضع دائم موجود بدمشق. نستخدم حاضر بسيط. ما مذكور هون مين الشخص اللي عم يبيع. إذا عندي جملة مبنية للمجهول بيكون التركيز فيها على الفعل وليس على الفاعل. In recent years طبعا كلمة recent هي من دلالات الحاضر التام. Many companies نذكر الفاعل معناها الجملة رح تكون مبنية للمعلوم بالحاضر التام. Have built their offices in the new part of the city. Question 4. Choose the correct words in these sentences. If you're very lucky, you may see the giant panda in its natural habitat. وين الواحد بيشوف الباندا؟ بالموطن الطبيعي. Most of Africa has a very hot, dry. طالما عم نحكي عنها كقارة إذن climate. Some plants grow well here even though the. طالما عم نحكي عن نمو النباتات إذن التربة. Soil is poor and it hardly even rains. Ali doesn't want a temporary job. He wants a serious career as an engineer. طالما هو بده عمل جاد إذن هو ما بده عمل مؤقت. We must do something about climate change too. نحن شو بدنا نعمل لحياتنا؟ Protect our way of life لنحمي طريقة حياتنا. We thought the restaurant bill was too high. We were right. The waiter had. طالما الفاتورة كانت غالية كتير وهن كانوا على حق إذن النادل بالغ في التكلفة. Overcharged us. I'm not going to throw my mobile phone away. I'm going to send it to another country where it can be. طالما أنا ما بدي أتخلص منه معناها بدي إنه يعاد استخدامه. Reused. Question 5. Answer these questions. Which of these is a mammal? Eagle, lizard, mouse, snake. طبعا المامل هو اللي بيتكاثر بالولادة. Mouse. Which of these is not a bird؟ انتبهوا لصيغة النفي. أي من هدول ليس من الطيور؟ Deer, eagle, owl, vulture. Deer. Which of these is not a fruit? Banana, carrot, lemon, orange. Carrot. Which of these is not a part of a plant? Leaf, zoo, root, shoot. Zoo. Question 6. Write the correct preposition in the gap in the following sentences. You will need to use one of the words twice. We're going to use for, in, of, on. قلنا كل كلمة بتاخد حرف جر معين. Some people are not aware of the difference between a fruit and a vegetable. I'm really interested in the history of my family. Apples and bananas are dependent for their survival on greenhouse gases. Modern Damascus is built on the site of many ancient civilizations. Damascus is famous for its historical monuments. Now let's move on to writing. Write a leaflet publicizing the problem of climate change and suggesting 2 or 3 ways in which ordinary people can reduce the amount of energy they use. Follow these guidelines. Use a headline or a slogan which will attract people's attention. Use bullet points and punctuation. Don't use too many words. That's everything for today. Thanks for your time. See you next lesson.